Good day to you. Yeah, look what I'm on. Triumph Scrambler 1200X. Absolutely marvellous. Picked it up from Suffolk Triumph. Got it for a few days. I thoroughly enjoyed it so far. What I'll do is I'll bring you back for a walk round and a bit of a natter up at Hawley Castle. Yeah, why not? I'll catch you in a minute. Good day to you. Yeah, here I am with the Triumph Scrambler 1200X in pumice. I don't know what colour it's called. Grey, for a grey day as well. I've gone for the 1200X, and I did have a choice between the XC and the X. The XC, as you know, massive, and I simply thought everybody last time I rode the XC said, "Oh, it's too tall for me," and I thought I'll go for the X. It's got a seat height of just 820, 830, so accessible for most people who would be looking for a Scrambler style bike, because if you get in a Scrambler, it's going to be taller. It's got to have a bit of ground clearance, whether you're going off road or not. This one, is it a styling exercise? They're capable machines, and you only have to watch some of the videos ridden by people with far more talent than I've got off-road, and you can see that these can go off-road. It comes with tyres, though, that are called the Metzler Caro Street, so they're actually road-going tyres that are slightly chunky. They seem absolutely fine. Would I want to throw it around? I don't know. Possibly. It seems to handle okay. Obviously, it's got this wonderful 1200 high torque engine, 110 Newton meters of torque, and 89 brake horsepower, something like that. So loads of power. Compared to the Bear, it's a different category, and I know I'm going to get a few people going to say, how does it compare to the Bear? It doesn't. One, it's twice the price. Two, it's twice the power. It's just a different kettle of fish. But having said that, it's no more fun than the Bear. So, you know, you pay your money and you take your choice. It doesn't come with Brembo brakes like the XC, but it's a good £2,000 or £3,000 less than the XC. Wire wheels, tubeless though, spokes go to the outside. Little short mudguard without any extender on there. Obviously Royal Enfield put that extender on for you. It's got guards for the bottom of the upside down Mazzocchi shocks that are non-adjustable. Mazzocchi's on the back as well. You can't see for the exhaust, which does give off a fair amount of heat, but nothing over dramatic, but it is warm, I can say that. Nice bench seat. This one comes with a brown seat. People might remember from other reviews, I do like a brown seat. I really do. It's fairly comfy. I've just come down the A14 on it, and the wind blast, because whenever you have a Scrambler, they've got wider bars, you're facing that wind. And this is where the rub comes with the more powerful engine, is that if you're just going down a dual carriageway at 75 miles an hour, that's quite tiring. You know, you're sat upright, so you are literally like a sail, and you are hanging on a little bit. It's got Mickey Mouse mirrors. Really like Mickey Mouse mirrors. They're my favourite. And these are conventional, nice round ones. Good to see, good visibility behind. no trouble at all being able to see the road both sides. Not much of my elbows in or anything. Sample pot for the brake reservoir. Easy snap. Brake levers, got the little cutouts there, so if you do drop it, they're going to break. I have noticed they've got quite a lot of adjustment on them, which you would expect. Tank doesn't hold masses, which for a 1200 is always a bit of a concern. I don't know how far you'd get on a tank. I'm guessing you'd probably get about 150 to 180 miles out of the tank, judging by how it's been going for me riding around on this. I've got it for a few days, so I might be able to give you more information on that before we finish. The clock. Lots of people have complained about this clock. It's fitted on a lot of models. It's the new round single clock. This doesn't have a USB in it there, so I don't know where the USB is, or even if there is one. I assume there is, and it's probably under the seat. Plenty of room for a passenger, and you can get bags for them. You're not going to be fitting one on this side though, not unless you want to maybe cook your dinner or something. Foot positions, nice and simple, but like I say, you are upright in it, as you would be on any Scrambler. I think that's about it. I mean, the indicators and everything are just standard. These appear on everything, including the rocket. They're okay. There's not a lot to say about them. It's a very, very smooth engine to ride, but we can discuss that when we get going. So I'll leave it at that. We'll get going down the road. I'll do a loop and then we'll go off. We'll see how we go. Yeah, marvellous. Right, here we are. This is the cockpit view. Very nice too. A single clock in the middle, so that fixes my OCD about it being offset. Yeah. Let's get the ignition on, and the clock is just a little bit bland, isn't it? So there we go, and that's it. The menu's dead easy to flick through. Engine temperature, day or trip and all that lot, no trouble. And a gear indicator, fuel gauge, and speed. But let's get going into gear. A Triumph wouldn't be a Triumph if it didn't have a slightly clunky gearbox, would it? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all, and I don't think it really bothers anybody that I know that's got one. The brakes, although they're not Brembo, they are pretty damn good. We'll get down here. And the bike, it only weighs 228 kilos, which is more than the Bear, but an awful lot less than other 650s. Yeah, when you consider this is a 1200. We're in a speed limit. Let me get the visor down a bit. And of course, a bike like this, you'd be spending a lot of time on roads like this. And it's ideal for it. You know, you've got loads of poke if you want. I mean, playing with that torque is just so much fun, whether it's in a Scrambler, in the Thruxton, or the T120. It is just a load of fun. Oh, and we've got a humpback bridge. The suspension though on this works really well. It is quite firm. Whoa! Oh, we got a little bit airborne there, but that's what it's for, isn't it? A bike like this. This is what you want. I do like that humpback bridge. Yeah. But the bike just landed absolutely spot on. No lumpy, bumpy or anything. Slightly wrong gear there. My fault entirely. It is so easy to ride and balance and light. Now 228 kilos, people will say, well, that's not light, tame. 170 is light. But for the size of bike that it is and the type, it is relatively light, and to ride it feels lighter. I think the first time I rode one, I called it the hippopotamus that looks like that moves like a ballet dancer. Yeah, it's surprising. It is just such good fun and easy to ride, and you don't have to be doing 100 miles an hour and using all that torque. You can cruise very steadily, so perfect for adventuring down the country lanes. Anyway, let's crack on with the senses test, and people often say, well, why do you do the senses test? Because that's what we use. That's everything. That's what makes us human, I think. Look at that view, absolutely wonderful. And we do use them all when we're making judgment calls about what we buy, what we eat, everything, where we live, where we go. It's all based on our senses. And to start with, we've got taste, and of course we can't taste the bike, but it's just a bit of fun. And this, I don't know, what would this be? It would be a Caramac or something like that, I reckon. I don't know. I know Caramac's a browny beigey colour, but I can't help but think of Caramac when I think of colours like this, something like that. Maybe it could be an Earl Grey, I suppose. Yeah, and a nice cup of tea, Earl Grey, and a slice of cake. Marvellous. Let's get down here. Oh, I could have gone across there, couldn't I? Slow speed turning, absolutely no trouble at all, even though I was on the wrong side of the road. Smell. What does it smell like? Well, it smells like a brand new bike, and people often do remark about the smells. Oh, out the way, lady. Oh, look at that, wonderful, absolutely marvellous. And the suspension working so well on this bumpy old Suffolk road. Yeah, this smells perfectly fine. Doesn't smell of oil or petrol or water, nothing. Still got that new bike smell, even though it's done a fair few miles. Then what does it look like? Well, it looks like a retro Scrambler. It looks like a road bike that's been converted into a Scrambler, which really is exactly what it is, and it's what Triumph have done instead of someone in your shed. Yeah, and they've done a pretty decent job of it. Where do we want to go? I'll get down here. No road markings. Up means we've got gravel. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. I quite like the look of it. Obviously, I like the look of a Scrambler. Then what does it feel like to touch, to feel? You'd have a real fun painting this. The nice curves, round, smooth, high quality finish. Triumph bikes tend to, they're one of the best quality, I would say. Obviously I'll get criticised for that from some people, say, oh, they're terrible. I find them pretty damn high standards. Anything I don't like, the sample pot. I don't like the sample pot. Would I like 2 round clocks? Yeah, I would, actually. Even on a Scrambler, there'll be people have a go at me for that as well. But yeah, no, I would like 2 round clocks. a rev counter and a speedo. But there you go, they're just a thing of the past. But other than that, everything feels top notch. The clutch is easy, the gearbox is easy, the brakes, I'm really impressed considering these aren't Brembo. They're really, really nice. The clock itself, people say it looks cheap. I don't think it looks cheap. It looks like a very well finished clock. It just looks boring. To me, it just looks boring. Yeah, that's what I'd say. I don't know. But it's okay. You know, you don't look at the mantelpiece when you're poking the fire, do you? And when you're riding, you want to be looking at where you're going or your surroundings. You need to be immersed in your surroundings rather than what's on, what your clock looks like. So yes, it'd be nice, but does it bother me? No, it doesn't. Get down here. And then the sound, it does sound wonderful, that pipe, and you can get pipes for them, and but they do become incredibly loud. Yeah. And so I'd be absolutely fine leaving it as it is. So the sound is marvellous, definitely. Then where do we go? Sixth Sense. How do I feel? I love it. It's great. Would I have one? I most definitely would if I had 12 grand to spend on a Scrambler. Yeah, I would. Do you need to spend 12 grand on a Scrambler? That's the question, isn't it? And lots of people will be asking that one, and it's an unfair one because of everybody having different feelings. If you've got the money, you want the best. Is this better? Well, that's debatable, and it depends entirely on your point of view. It's definitely personal preference, I would say. But there you go. So that's it. I've got it for a few days. I'm going to have a bit of a laugh with it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you are out on your bike, ride careful, stay safe. A big thumbs up to Suffolk Triumph for keeping me supplied with motorbikes. Yeah, that's marvellous. I'll catch you in another video.